Hi, and welcome to the Wee Chef. I'm Gail, and this is my daughter Jasmine. And today we'll be making, what are we making?
Cornbread.
Cornbread. We're making a healthy version of cornbread, and it's a special recipe because
Cornbread.
it's ghost cornbread because it's Halloween time. So we're going to make some really fun ghost-shaped, healthy cornbread, and it's still just as good as the regular cornbread. And it's fun to make for the kids. So it'll go perfectly with our Halloween chili, which you can check out also in another one of our videos. So this is what you need. It's simple, it's easy. Just 1 cup of yellow cornmeal. You can choose to do white. We're just going to tell them what we need first. 1 cup of whole wheat flour. You can use white flour, but we choose to do the healthier version of wheat. And we're going to need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. We're going to need 1/4 cup of raw honey and 1 teaspoon of sea salt and 2 egg whites. We use the kind from the carton. It's quick and it's easy, so it equals to about 1/2 cup of egg whites. 1 cup of skim milk, or your milk of choice. We chose to do skim milk. And 1/4 cup of applesauce. Now the applesauce is what makes it moist, so you can choose to use something like plain yogurt or anything that will make it moist. We choose to do applesauce because that gives it a little sweetness and enhances the honey that we use. So let's add all the dry ingredients into the bowl. So let's go ahead. You add this and I'll add this. We're going to add the yellow cornmeal, the wheat flour. We're going to add, no, this one not yet. We're going to add a little bit of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, a little bit more, babe. Okay, we're going to add, let mommy do this one. We're going to add 4 teaspoons of the baking powder. Make it nice and fluffy. She is excited. Okay, so that's all the dry ingredients in one bowl. Now we're going to add all the wet ingredients. Okay, so we're going to add the egg whites. Okay. We're going to add the applesauce. We use no sugar added applesauce. We're making this the healthiest as possible. Get it all in there, no wasting around here. Okay, and what's next? We're going to add the honey. Ooh, that makes it nice and sweet. Let it all go in there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we need to add 1 cup of milk. So, okay, you can add it in. I just needed to measure it out. Okay? Okay, there we go. So we got all our wet ingredients in there. We're going to whisk the wet ingredients all up together. And if you want, you could sift all the dry ingredients together. Right now we're just going to stir it up. We've got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. Make sure it's preheated before you stick it in the oven. We're going to grease a baking pan. Usually an 8x8 works well for this. Now normally I like to use our trusty old cast iron skillet with some butter in it, making some good cornbread in the oven. But for this recipe, since we're going to be using our ghost cookie cutters, we need to use something that's flat and it gives us more surface area. So we're going to go ahead and grease or spray our baking pan. Okay, and the oven's preheating, so we're getting everything mixed together. Now, we're going to go ahead and, you got that mixed up?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, okay? So pour that wet stuff into the dry ingredients. Good, and now we're going to mix it all together. We're going to go ahead and pour the batter into our baking dish. And then we're going to just pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes. We want to bake it until it's golden brown on top. And when you stick a toothpick in the middle, you want it to come out dry. Nothing on the toothpick. After you bake it in the oven, you're going to want to let it cool all the way before you start using cookie cutters. So the oven is preheated, 400 degrees. We have our cornbread batter spread out nice and thin in the pan, so we'll be able to cut it with our cookie cutters. We're going to let it cook away for 20 minutes, pull it out, and let it cool all the way before cutting. Okay, so our cornbread is all nice and brown, and it's cooled all the way, so it won't crumble apart. It looks nice and tasty. So now we're going to take our ghost cookie cutters, and we're going to press down. So we've got a nice ghost-shaped cornbread to go with our Halloween chili. You want some help?
No.
Okay.
I'll do it myself.
Just scoop it underneath there.
Okay.
Okay, you do it yourself. I see it. Then you can pop it right onto the plate. Oh yeah, there you go. Ghost-shaped cornbread. Now careful not to break it. Look at that!
That I did this all by myself.